Hi everyone, Tanya again here with KB Riley, also known as Karen Burniston Dies, here for another super easy card that is a pop-up card. Look how easy that is. I am here to dispel the myth that pop-ups are hard because if I can do them, anybody can do them. Trust me. And I'm going to show you just how easy this card is. First off, we're going to talk about the prizes and the specials, okay? Some lucky winner that comments during this program is going to win a Flower Pivot Panels die. Okay, so Karina will choose the winner randomly after the program is over. So get your fingers ready and start commenting, okay? You're going to win this, some lucky random winner. Also, all of the dies that I used to make this card today is going to be 20% off, or is 20% off on our websites, and it's only going to be there for a week. So make sure that you grab these dies. This is so simple. So let's get started. Okay, so the die that we're using, obviously, is the flower pivot panel. This is the mechanism that is key to this whole entire card. All right, it is so very simple. Now, with this die and the mechanism, you also get some really fun decorator dies to be able to make the flowers that go on this, okay? So we're going to start with the mechanism itself. Okay, you're going to want to cut this out, and I always cut one out and I practice a little bit. If you wonder, once you get it cut out, you're going to make the folds. And if you wonder how to do the folds, you've got several different places to look. Sometimes I just look at the photograph and you can tell in and out where the folds go. Okay. Or on all of our pop-ups, we have detailed instructions on the back. Karen does a magnificent job writing these instructions out in a little teeny weeny tiny bit of space. And if you still can't get it, make sure you go to our website, KarenBurniston.com, look up the item number, and on every pop-up product page, there is a video on how to do the assembly. Super easy, okay? So what I've done to get you started, right, is I have just cut this out of a piece of cardstock. Now, it will lay flat, of course. I looked at the photograph and figured out that this bottom piece folds down, and these two top pieces fold up. So to get me started, I just fold them together like that. I lay them on the ground, or on the table, on the ground. Don't lay them on the ground. And I just make sure that they're nice and even folded that way, okay? So now I've got this fold and that fold. Okay, pretty easy, right? You will notice on her dies that wherever the score lines are, she's already got them in there for you. So when this was flat, you could see there's a score line there. So you're going to want to fold that, and there's another score line here. We'll fold that down. Then you turn it around, and we're going to do the same on the other side. And then there's only 4 more folds you need to do, and they're just these little tabs right here. Okay? Little tab right there. And can you believe it? We are ready to assemble. It is that silly easy, okay? You're going to go in and out, just like that. Okay? Super easy. And I like to work it a little bit so that it makes it a lot easier on your card. Okay? So we've got our mechanism done. Now, what I've done to save a little bit of time is I have used the paper. And this is the most adorable little spring paper ever. It's by Photoplay. It's called Hop to It. It's their spring collection. And this specific butterfly paper is Spring Has Sprung. Okay, so I just took a regular, this is an A2 size card that I'm just going sideways with. Okay, and I put my panels in. Now, to attach that, okay, I would put glue, and I'm going to show you in a little while, glue on these back 2 tabs and glue on these 2 tabs. And I would just lay it completely flat. Now you're going to see, because I'm going to do this in just a second, but I want to talk about decorating it first. What I found when I went through this the first time is that it is much easier to decorate these 6 panels while it's still flat. Makes sense, right? Well, I didn't the first time, of course. So what I did this time is I decorated them first. Now those decorator pieces that I told you about, okay, there's actually 3 leaves in there, so it's less cutting time. Isn't that fun? Love it. All I did is to get my colors is I looked in here, so I knew there was pinks and blues, right? And green. So the green was the little grasses, and I just grabbed a light and dark blue and a light and dark pink, and I just cut out a ton of those little flowers, laid them all out and cut them out twice on all 4 different colors of papers that I had. Then I just started assembling them. So now we're going to do the mechanism over. It's nice little practice. So the first one goes down, right? And these 2 come up, right? And it's going to fold. You're going to know where it folds. And it's going to want to fold like that for you anyway. So we are just going to get that fold there. We're just going to lay them down, line them up, lay them down, line them up, and just press down nice and neat like that, okay? So again, we're going to open this back up, and now it's going to fold for us, right? Okay. Then there's a score line right here. I know I need to fold there, and a score line right there. Okay, these 2 tabs are what we attach it to the paper with. Now I use really heavy cardstock. I use 100-pound cardstock because it tends to hold up better. We always use, I always use the Paper Cuts paper. I love their paper so much. Now I'm going to turn it around this way. Okay, and I'm going to do the exact same thing on both sides. And now I have my little tabs. Okay, so now everything is folding just like it should. All right, so now I have my piece. It's folding in just perfect. All I'm going to do to attach this is just put a little bit of glue here and a little bit of glue here and a little bit of glue on that tab and that tab. Okay, now I'm going to align this right in the center. I'm going to push this down. Fold those tabs over underneath, just those 4, okay? I'm going to hold that down. I'm going to tuck these under and hold that down as well. Now make sure that you keep this right in that fold, okay? That's the most important thing. Make sure that you keep it on that fold line in the center. Line up your fold lines here. We're just going to hold it down a little bit. Make sure you don't glue any of this bottom part down. I make a mess with glue. Now, your first instinct is you're going to want to, you're going to want to glue these 2 tabs on the sides down. Do not do that yet. Okay, do not do that. Now, I want you to just fold your card like this. And if you've done it correctly, these 2 little things are going to be sticking out, and that's okay. We just want to let it dry. All right. Now, while I'm letting that dry for just a second, I always, when I do my KB Riley cards, I always have my tools handy to start with. That always makes it so much easier. The fine tip bottle with the 18 gauge tip, it's a must. This is a quick drying line coat glue that we sell. Absolutely love it, and it dries clear for people that make messes like me. All right. Karen had a phenomenal tip one time. This is just a yogurt jar. All right, paper towel on the bottom, little bit of water. And then if you always keep it upside down, the tip of it always stays a little wet, a little moist, so that your glue does not dry in there. Because once it dries in there, it's kind of tough to get out. I always have my quick stick. It's got a little sticky piece on this end. And it has an interchangeable, I think there's a pokey tool and stuff. These are also on our website, okay? But I use this because I tend to have to scrape things off that I glued down. All right, so always have these handy. Now this is glued down, and look what we have. Whoops, and I did not put quite enough, so I'm just going to add a little bit more in here. You can also use double stick tape as well if you want to, because see, just like that, I just got a little bit too much and that's what this little guy's for, and I just scrape it off, right? Okay, and for some reason I always do it on the left tab. I don't know why. Now we're going to sit this here. This one is going to fold under. Okay, we're going to put a little bit of glue on the tab, right? We're going to just fold it under like this so that it's flat, and we're going to close our card. All right, then we're going to turn it over and do the exact same thing on the other side. Glue it on there. Now you're going to fold the flower and everything over. See that? Flower and everything. Just like that. We're going to hold it a little tight. And voila! That's all there is to it. Can you believe that? That's all there is to it. What takes the longest time is putting the crazy flowers together. It's so easy. So easy. Okay, so now let's just start decorating because we have time, right? So the next die that I used, I'm going to just set that there and just let it dry for just a little bit. Now, the next die that I used, which is a little different. Normally you would think just grab the crosshatch squares, right? Nope, I grabbed the slim flap frames because I like how long they are. This die set has all the different sizes to make these, and it has little hearts and stuff with it. So what I did is I took a rectangle piece and a little white piece, and I'm just going to put this on here. Are you guys all still commenting? Okay, now I am just going to glue this little piece on the inside of my card. Just like that, and that will give you a little place to sign your name, you know, give a little message. Now, I had a whole bunch of extra flowers, right? Because I cut out a ton of them before. So all I'm gonna do, and I just want to put a little flower here, I think. Now I'm just gonna use my little tool because it's easy. And you can pick whatever color you want. I'm gonna do a blue one. And then let's just put a, should we put a little bright red dot? And let's put a light pink dot in the middle. Okay, put a little bit there. And a light pink dot. And ta-da. Okay, easy peasy. So on the inside of our card, we've got this done now. Now I wanted something to go in this little corner here. And I wanted a little butterfly. We have this collection of butterfly collage add-ons. Now, it was made originally to go with another pop-up die, but what we like to do at KB Riley is make sure that our dies are always backwards compatible and forwards compatible with everything we create. So you can use this die with a ton of different dies that we have. In this time, I'm going to use it as a decorator die, okay? And I am just going to put a little bit of glue right there and glue them right there in the corner. Now, if you wanted to put the little body on there, okay, you can do that, and you can actually use the little die to put little designs in it, or you can emboss with that as well. So it's a lot of fun to use these dies, but I'm going to leave it just as it is. Now I'm going to go to the front. Okay, so using the slim flaps and frames again, I just cut out a light piece that matched my original piece. Okay, and I'm just going to put that to the side, and I played around with it a lot, and I thought, you know, I'm just going to offset it a little bit. And I just realized how dirty my fingernails are. It's because I was out trying to get my pool going this year and found something not so pleasant in the pool. So yeah, it was a little dirty, sorry, and I had to get this video done. So, well, you got me with dirty fingernails. What can I say? So I've got this assembled just like that. The next thing we're going to use, and I love this die so much, it is so generic, is the little hello die. Now it comes with two pieces. You can use it singularly as just a single hello, or you can put the shadow behind it. Now you'll notice that on mine, I couldn't decide which one I like better. Okay, the pink on top or the pink behind, and I like them both. So I thought, I'm just going to use this one on this card instead. So I put them together and glued them down, and now don't forget to keep commenting because somebody's going to win the die to make this with. So there we go. All right. Now I think I want to add another cute little flower right here. Okay. So we're just going to put that little pink flower there. And the thing is, you don't really have to even think about it. It's just use what's left over, right? And I have, what do we have left over? Looks like to me we have a light blue piece left over, so that's what we're going to put here. A little light blue piece. And out of one of the centers of these flowers is the cutest little star. Cutest, it's not a star, it's a little, well, it kind of is a star. Little calyx thing? Is that what they call a little calyx thing? Anyway, so I think I'll put a little dot in here. Easy to pick up with my little pickup tool, right? Sit it right down there. And then I'm going to put this little pink, or this little calyx thing that came out of one of the center of the flowers right there. All right. Now I have an extra little butterfly sitting here, so I think I will put him on the front, just right up here, add a little interest, right? Now, in the Slim Flaps and Frames, they have this piece that makes banners, right? But I got to thinking, so maybe it would just make a cute little tab for right up there, right? And then you'll be able to see it on the inside as well. So I'm just going to add this little tab. I have to say, since I've been doing these, they have picked up immensely, and I love that. I hear from so many of you that it's a great idea, and that it has dispelled the myth of how hard these are. Karen puts a lot of time into figuring out ways to make it the easiest absolutely possible that it can be, and how to maximize the value of one die forward and backward compatible to the other. So I'm really glad that everyone is enjoying the effort that she puts in. So I'm just putting a little heart, which was also in the Slim Flaps and Frames. She always adds lots of little decorator pieces. Okay, and I put that little heart there, and let's see, I think on the other one I had a white heart. Just use what you have, basically. Oh, oops, there's the white heart, but I put it there. And let's see, what else can we do? I think, well, here's another little flower that I had put together, so you could always add it, you know, right there, and you'll have lots of little flowers left over. Is there anywhere in here we can put it? Down here, maybe? What do you think? In here or up here? I'm going up here. All right. Now, I've only got a couple minutes left, everybody. So make sure that you are commenting, and hopefully you'll see how easy this is. And this pivot panel die, okay, I'm going to show you the dies again. This pivot panel can also be used with the twist panel. It fits right on that twist panel. We did a twist panel one time that opened up. So if you have the twist panel dies, okay. In fact, I think I'll put the twist panel on sale too. How's that? So you guys can also try it. But you just assemble the twist panel, and then the pivot panel sits right on top of the twist panel. Very simple. And of course, we have a video to show you how to do it. So the next thing you would do is take your stickles and go to town, just randomly. I use stickles for everything. Everything, literally everything. And you just go to town and put as many stickles on it as you want. And there is your card. And somebody is going to absolutely love that. Now, just to recap, okay, we have the flower pivot panels. And as I mentioned, I will also, can't spit it out here, put the twist panel on sale in case you want to do them both. Okay, the Slim Flaps and Frames, our hello word that includes the shadow, and the butterfly collage and add-ons all are at KarenBernstein.com at 20% off. And we have 30 seconds left. So comment like mad real quick for your chance to win a flower pivot panels from Karen Bernstein and KB Riley Dies, absolutely free. All right, everyone, thank you very much for joining me this time. I appreciate it so much, and I hope you have a wonderful, crafty weekend. Take care.